I believe you remember when we were younger, we have lots of dreams. And our parents tells us that if we want to achieve our dreams, we need to work hard. We need to study hard. But before we know it, we end up with chasing after degrees, diplomas, and certificates. And what are all this for? At the end of the day, it's just to look for a job. But when we find a job, are we happy? Most of us would agree that just over a short period of time, we all land ourselves into frustrations after frustrations after frustrations. Now, what actually is the problem? Is it because what we are doing is not our dream? Or whatever we are doing is just not an ideal career? Now, what is an ideal career? Today, we're going to talk about the 5 keys to an ideal career. Is it only about money? Now, we know that money cannot solve all problems in life, but I'm sure you agree that money can easily solve 80% of our problems. So you see, there is a need for an ideal career where effort is proportionate to reward, so that we can cart home a handsome sum every month. Now, with the current situation in Malaysia, where the cost of living continues to rise, in order to have a reasonably comfortable life providing for his family, he or she would easily need an annual income of easily 100 to 200,000 ringgit. So the first key to an ideal career is to have a good income. Let's take a look at this quadrant. Now, most of us start off as an employee, but unless you want to continue on as an employee for the rest of your lives, we will need to grow to become our own boss, where we become self-employed. This is where we start to take charge of our own lives. But then, of course, the next option is to grow our business and become a real businessman, where we can lead a number of people towards a common goal. From there, with the money we make and the people we have, then only we can be a real investor, investing in the lives of people and even invest in bigger business or more businesses. So that's the second key to an ideal career: continuous career advancement. Let's meet Kitty. Now, the biggest problem with this little fella is Bruno, who will chase him day and night all over the house. But imagine if over a short period of time that Kitty would grow to this size. Now, who is whose problem? So you see, it's not the size of our problem that matters. Rather, it's how fast we outgrow our problems. So this brings us to the third key of an ideal career, is to have continuous personal developments. Have you ever been to a funeral? Now, many people say that the best thing that you can give in a funeral is just words of consolation. But imagine the amount of help you can give to the family of the deceased if you bring along this check to help the families to continue on with their lives. In fact, you'll probably become a practical hero for the deceased family. On top of that, have you ever imagined yourself being in a career where it's all about building people and leaders? Well, we believe that if we can transform a life, we can transform their whole family. This brings us to the fourth key of an ideal career, is to be able to help others and blessing the community. Generally, young people would have lots of time and energy to do all the things they want to do in life. But the problem they have is that they do not have enough money and resources. But after working in the society for some time, they will probably be much better off with money and resources. However, they won't have the time to do whatever they want to do. This is quite understandable. As we grow in a job, yes, the reward will get better, but at the same time, we need to put in more time and effort. So the way to break this is what we call the unfair business, where in the beginning, yes, we might need to put in a lot of effort and time and get a small reward. But over time, as we grow, we should have more reward when we put in less time and effort. Only then we will have the money and the resources that we need and the time to enjoy a balanced life. You'll be surprised that even your energy will continue to rise too. This gives us the fifth key to an ideal career, that is to have time for a balanced life. 5 keys to an ideal career. Number 1, good income. Number 2, continuous advancing career. Number 3, continuous personal development. Number 4, blessing the community. Number 5, have a balanced life.